Imagine a modern tank battalion rolling across Europe. It needs fuel convoys, maintenance crews, railways, bridges. Now imagine an army that outpaces it, not for hours, not for days, but for months. No roads, no engines, no supply trucks. That army was the Mongol Empire. Historians often describe it as brutal, savage, unstoppable. But those words miss the real story, because the Mongol conquests weren't powered by rage. They were powered by systems. And when you analyze those systems, what emerges is something terrifyingly modern, a biological blitzkrieg centuries before tanks or airplanes ever existed. Today we're breaking down the ancient military tactics, the logistics, and the technology that allowed Genghis Khan to build the fastest army in human history. The steppe, a world that created speed. To understand the Mongol army, you have to understand the world that shaped it. The Eurasian steppe was not kind. No cities, no farms, no walls. Survival required constant movement. From childhood, Mongols lived on horseback. They hunted at full gallop. They fought while riding. They slept beside their animals. For them, speed wasn't training, it was culture. While European nobles learned warfare in castles, Mongol children learned it while chasing animals across open land. By the time Genghis Khan unified the tribes, he didn't invent speed. He organized it. The engine, horse rotation warfare. Here's the first secret. A Mongol warrior never relied on one horse. He traveled with 3 to 5 remounts, sometimes more during major campaigns. Each horse was smaller than a European war horse, but tougher, faster to recover, and able to survive on grass alone. This created something revolutionary: rotational mobility. When one horse slowed, the rider switched. No rest days, no supply stops. European cavalry burned out their mounts in hours. The Mongols rode for weeks. In effect, the Mongol Empire didn't march, it flowed. The army behaved less like soldiers and more like a living organism, constantly renewing itself. Distance as a weapon. Most medieval armies covered 20 to 30 kilometers per day. The Mongols routinely covered 80 to 120 kilometers. That difference shattered enemy planning. Scouts failed. Messengers arrived too late. Defenses were incomplete. Enemy commanders prepared for where the Mongols should be, not where they were. Speed wasn't just movement. It was strategic invisibility. Vampire logistics, feeding without supply lines. Every army in history has been chained to food, except this one. Genghis Khan eliminated supply wagons because they slowed movement and revealed position. Instead, Mongol logistics were compressed. They carried borts, dried milk curds, extremely light, extremely nutritious. Water came from rivers, meat came from hunting, and in emergencies, a warrior would draw blood from his horse, drink it, and seal the wound. No animal died. No march stopped. The rider fed from the engine. The engine fed from the land. This made the Mongol army immune to siege warfare's greatest weakness: starvation. The autopilot army. So how did they rest? They didn't halt. Mongol horses followed herd instinct. At night, warriors tied their reins and slept while riding. This meant the army never truly stopped moving. Enemies slept. The Mongols advanced. By sunrise, the battlefield had already shifted. This is why steppe warfare felt supernatural to settle civilizations. The technology, medieval precision weapons. Now the final piece, the iron stirrup transformed balance. The composite bow transformed killing power. Mongol bows could fire rapidly, accurately, and lethally, while moving at full speed. Combined with rotation and logistics, this created mobile firepower. In modern terms, these weren't cavalry units. They were self-propelled weapons platforms, fast, autonomous, relentless. Psychological shock and collapse speed created fear. Cities surrendered without battle. Armies collapsed before engagement. The Mongol Empire weaponized reputation as effectively as arrows. By the time resistance formed, the war was already decided. Why speed still wins wars. Technology changes. The principle doesn't. Speed breaks logistics. Speed breaks morale. Speed breaks empires. Genghis Khan understood this centuries before modern warfare. And that's why the Mongol army remains one of the most efficient and terrifying forces ever assembled. When historians claim the Mongol army was faster than modern tanks, they aren't referring to a drag race. A modern M1 Abrams can hit speeds over 70 kilometers per hour, while a Mongol pony averages about 15 to 20 kilometers per hour at a steady trot. Instead, the comparison refers to sustained strategic mobility, the ability of an entire army to move across a continent and arrive ready to fight. The Mongols' advantage lies in a unique blend of nomadic biology and radical logistical simplicity that modern mechanical divisions, despite their horsepower, cannot replicate. Conclusion: the Mongol army was faster than modern tanks because they were logistically independent. A tank is a fast machine attached to a slow supply chain. A Mongol warrior was a self-contained unit. By removing the need for a tail, Genghis Khan created an army that could materialize from the horizon faster than an enemy could communicate a warning.
If you like this kind of documentary, don't forget to subscribe for more history content.